So where I'm working today is at the Gara dump, and I found out the other day, I didn't realise when I got rostered onto work here, that my great granddad used to be the caretaker of this place. So that's a pretty cool historical fun fact for me working here. So I'm actually walking in some of the same steps that he would have walked at one point. And what's even more interesting about that is my family's done kept family history research going, and my great granddad was a musician and was into like a lot of early Australian folk music, and he used to do a few different pieces that are quite well known, and we have a now family friend who recorded some of those songs and made them into an album that is now in I think the Australian National Library. And a couple of those songs I'm going to try and learn and do them in some of my music bits. And so yeah, it's cool how there's all little connections that all line up. But yeah, on the way in here today, to continue on with my number plate theme, I seen a number plate that said REC, meaning like short for record. And so I felt like this might be part of my blogging or video diary or documentary or whatever I end up making. So yeah, that's cool. This is how much waste we have. Just check out, this might make us think a little bit more about when we're drinking heaps of fizzy drinks. That's all that's in our bodies. And this is like, I don't know, before I wrote something recently about how people can be thrown away by society like a used bottle that's fulfilled its purpose. Well, here's an example of what that might look like. And that's when people are rejected by society. It's a bit similar to this kind of used bottle rubbish heap. But actually we can recycle things and make them into beautiful things. There's lots of good things that get made by recycling things. So companies need to be more mindful of that and be open to those kind of things, I think. Yeah, it's a very interesting experience. And actually I have another video I want to make about serendipity. I was going to make it as a separate video, but maybe if I have time at the moment, I might be able to make it now. So I've had a theme going with serendipity, and so this is a serendipitous type of experience because my granddad used to work here and now I'm standing in the same area working. And I had lots of cool experiences with that recently, and it was highlighted to me like about a year or so ago. A friend sent me a letter and a card and said it was like a serendipity project, and at the time I just read it, oh that's nice, and read it and then set it aside. And literally the other day I just found it, and the card that she sent me was prophetic now for what God had been saying to me now, and I just happened to find the card that she sent me that had a picture that represented exactly what he'd said to me. And it was a picture with a baby in a bathtub, and recently I felt like God said don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, with something he was telling me about ministry and a new thing that I was part of. And so that's really cool when that stuff happens. It happens often, and I guess I notice it often because I look for it as well. But the other thing that's been happening with the serendipity theme is I had, and I've put this in some of my other videos, that I had a situation happen when I was travelling around where I don't think God wanted me to leave an area at that time, and the circumstances came together to make it so that I got a migraine, I ran out of petrol, a whole heap of things that meant I just had to stay in this hiking area for the day. And I'd asked various people to come and help, and just things hadn't come together in me trying to sort out the situation. And so I was there for the day, and I was praying to God, and I said, can you help me? Like, I need some help. And as I did that, one of my previous friends from a previous church had just turned up with a group of her friends, and I'm like, hey, I need some help. And so yeah, it was amazing. And where she'd been hiking, the particular, I'm not sure whether it was the actual area was called that or the hiking group, but either way, it was called Serendipity. And so that was amazing in itself. And then I went to a friend's barbecue in Newcastle, and they had this sauce called Serendipity sauce at the barbecue, and so I was sitting with a bunch of uni students and I said to them, hey, can I tell you a story about this sauce? And then I used that thing as an illustration for like what I used it for an illustration and was able to explain them like how God speaks through things like that to me. And they happened to actually be from the area that I'd just come from that day, a suburb in Sydney, and they were all uni students from there. So that was, you know, an example, a live example to them of that kind of thing as well. So it's really cool when that kind of stuff happens. I better go and help some people.